Yeah, we'll give another minute here for people to join, and then we'll kick this off and start talking about the MS in Information Systems program. As people are joining, feel free to drop your location in the chat just so we can kind of see where people are coming from. Always fun to see that. All right, Tokyo, LA, fantastic. Now I'm just wondering what time it is in Tokyo, Yuri. San Jose. Joining us from one of our satellite campuses. That's fantastic. All right, Lauren, Katie, should we kick this off?
I think so.
Let's do this. All right. Well, welcome everybody. My name is Tyler Sonnenberg, and you are at a info session for the online Master of Science in Information Systems program through the College of Engineering at Northeastern University. We are all excited to talk about this program with you all and to bring this program to you all. Really exciting way to get involved with tech. Your hosts today are me, I'm Tyler, and I'm the Director of Learner Acquisition. And then we've got Katie and Lauren joining from the program student support side. And so we are going to take you through a bunch of slides today, talking about the program, talking about admissions. Feel free, if you have a question, drop it into the Q&A. We'll be answering those all throughout. And then at the end, if we have some time, we'll try to answer them live during the webinar here. But yeah, if you have a question, drop it into the Q&A and we will try to get to that during the session here. Yeah. We've got our agenda here. So we're going to go over, like I said, program overview. We'll hit some of those details of the program. We're going to do some degree requirements and support. Definitely talk about the admissions process. The deadline to start in the spring is December 15th. So keep that in mind, December 15th to start. And then, like I said, we'll take some questions at the end. And I'll pass it along to Katie to talk more about administration, program, details, that sort of thing. So take it away, Katie.
Great. Like Tyler said, if you have questions while I'm talking, please feel free to put them in and Lauren and Tyler will monitor that. So a little bit about the program and the support that you would have when you join us in this program. So to kick us off, we have Cal Brugara, and he's the academic director of the program. So he comes from the engineering background. He works with our faculty to make sure that the curriculum that's being delivered is meeting the industry needs and meeting your needs as a learner and making sure you're getting the up-to-date information in the classroom that you want. We then have Lauren and myself, and we support on the student side. So I'll go through what that looks like in a little bit, but any questions you have, I can be your go-to person for making sure we get you the answers so you have a seamless learner experience. Tyler introduced himself, so he'll go further into the admissions later. And then we partner with Tom. So Coursera is the platform, the learning management tool that these courses are delivered in. So Tom is our partner in Coursera. So you might have interfaced with him already, or you might in the future going through what questions you have as you apply and think about joining our program. So that's the 5 fabulous team members who get to support you here. Okay. So a little bit about the program. So the MS in Information Systems program is under the College of Engineering. So when we think of this program, it's combining technical skills such as UX design and data analytics with business management expertise in agile methodologies and data management. So when you leave this program, we want you to be ready to drive digital transformation in any organization or industry. So this program is really agile. So it could be that you have a background in information systems already, or you're transitioning to this field. So some different pathways that we'll get into in a moment there. When we think of the curriculum, this is sort of a flow chart of things you want to consider. So we do have performance-based courses if they're needed. We'll go into that in a moment. And then once you get through those courses, you'll do 1 core course and 7 concentration courses. So you can see those outlined here. The core course is application engineering and development, and then the concentration courses range from software development to machine learning in fintech. So really a wide breadth of courses that we feel will prepare you for a career in information systems. When we think of these courses, we'll talk about the cadence of them, but there will be a few courses offered every semester in both fall, spring, and summer. So that way you have the ability to take 1 to 2 courses, whatever works for you as a learner and whatever you're balancing outside of this curriculum.
Yeah, I'd like to add, I know Cal speaks on this quite often. He says that if you do the MSIS program, you can either become a programmer if you want to go that route, or you can be a manager or director of programmers. And so you can kind of go both ways with this degree. And that's why this degree is really a really excellent choice for somebody who's interested in moving into tech. And the real big selling point of this program is you don't have to have a tech background. You can come in with an English degree or a music degree. You don't have to have that standard engineering background. We'll get to what that looks like later, but that's what makes this program just so great.
And then we talked about this a minute ago, but program support. So, something that's really unique about this program is that you do have this hands-on support, even though it's an online modality. So you have the administration and instructors. Each course that you take will also have teaching assistants. So in addition to the faculty member, you'll have teaching assistants that you can reach out to. We then have the learning and design team, which is making sure that your experience in the Coursera platform is the most user-friendly it can be. So making sure that technology is your friend as a learner and not a hindrance in your learning experience. And then since the platform is in Coursera, we also have technical support from Coursera. So if something's not working in your experience, there's always someone who you can reach out to make sure that you're having a superior learning experience. Tyler, if you'll go to the next slide, I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. In addition to all of that support, you'll have the success manager. So for this program, I'm the success manager. So some different things that we can talk about. We can plan out your program of study. So what is that plan going to look like if you take 2 classes, 1 classes, if you need a break somewhere, if you continue straight through, making sure the program is working for your needs. Any questions about Northeastern, the policies, the program, any roadblocks you're running into there, I can help you work through those. Connecting with various resources. So whether that be the Career Center, whether that be student accounts, anything that you need to connect with at Northeastern, I can be your kind of go-to person to help you find the answers to those questions. And then making sure that you just feel supported from the moment you enter our program to when you graduate. That can be via email, that could be setting up advising appointments. We have a Slack channel that I'll talk about in a minute, so you can reach me in different modalities. And then also I'm here to cheer you on, right? So we want to make sure that you're enjoying this programming and having a positive learner experience. So here to be your support system as you work through this. Another way that we want you to feel welcome to this program and set up for success is we do have a robust onboarding course. So when you enroll in our program, you'll go through an onboarding course in Coursera that will walk you through Northeastern resources, program information, and information about the university and the courses that you're going to take. So anything that you need to know from Northeastern to Coursera will be covered in that course. And then we will have a Slack workspace for student networking. So for those of you who haven't used Slack before, it's a way that you can talk to your teaching assistants, you can talk to me, and you can talk to the other students in your programming. So it's a great way in your program. So it's a great way to build community, get questions answered, and have a go-to spot to put information that you may be seeking. So program costs. So when we think of the program, some different costs that we want to keep in mind. So students will currently pay $3,000 per 4 credit hour course. All of our courses at the moment, and the plan is to keep them all 4 credit hour courses. The exception there would be the 2 bridge courses, which Tyler will go into more detail in a little bit, but the bridge courses are $2,000 each, okay? The curriculum of the program is 8 courses. So 8 courses courses at $3,000 per course comes to $24,000 for the degree. So it's a super affordable degree, particularly in the tech field when it comes to the curriculum, the robust curriculum you're getting and the cost for the program.
I think maybe, sorry to interrupt you, Katie. I think one thing to note here is going the wrong way. Is the note at the bottom of the slide that the online modality version of this program, we do have an on-ground version through the College of Engineering, but the online version is not F1 visa eligible, while the on-ground version is. And so if that's something that you're interested in for that F1 that visa, you'd have to do the on-ground version, but online does not have the visa compliance.
Thank you, Tyler. And if you need to know how to apply to the online residential one, we can get you that information as well. And then time to degree. So there's a lot of flexibility here. So if you're someone who really wants to get in and progress to graduation quickly, you can complete this degree and in as little as 16 months. So 4 terms, taking 2 courses per term. If you're someone who wants to spread that out, you can do 10 terms, taking 1 course and finish it in 40 months. And of course, there's some flexibility to go back and forth there if maybe you need to do 2 courses and then 1 and then pick 2 back up. But so really as quick or as long as you need to make this degree work for you and your needs and your goals in completing the degree and moving forward.
Yeah, super flexible.
Yeah. Go ahead, Tyler.
I think this is my section here. So yeah, thank you, Katie. Good breakdown of the program and the curriculum. Just one other note, I'm sure Katie said it, but I want to make sure it's said again here, is the faculty in this program are all part of the College of Engineering at Northeastern. And so Cal, the academic director, also part of the College of Engineering at Northeastern. And so you're getting the full Northeastern University faculty experience as well with this curriculum. But now let's talk about admissions. I just dropped in the chat the link to the FAST app. If you're here and you haven't filled out the FAST app yet, I encourage you to do so just to find out what pathway you'd be on. And then also, so you're already like in the system and ready to go, you can start enrolling in courses shortly after. But here are our admissions pathways. There are two ways to get into this program. There's the FAST performance-based admissions pathway, and that's what I'll go into detail here in a little bit. We also have the traditional graduate application. Now that's already closed to be able to start this spring, but there will be terms available throughout 2024. But the FAST performance-based admissions pathway is open until December 15th. So there is still time to join for January 2024 by filling out the FAST app. So that's what we'll go into detail here. FAST app, the link is up at the top. It's in the chat here as well. But basically what the FAST app is you fill it out and you'll get access to 2 performance-based admissions courses. And those courses and your performance in those courses will pave your way. They'll work as your application into the program. And so once you fill out the FAST app, you'll get access to enroll in 2 courses, get a B or better in both of those courses, and then send us your transcript showing that you do have a bachelor's degree by the time you complete those 2 courses. And then you'll move into the full degree program the next available term. And so that's how that admissions process works. There's not the long form process where you need to ask for references or give us your resume or anything like that. It's really just give us a little contact information, tell us what your undergraduate degree was, and depending on what that is, maybe tell us some of your skills that you've developed throughout your career, and then you'll be on your way either through the MSIS degree pathway or the MSIS bridge pathway, which I'll get into next here as well. Basically, anybody who fills out the FAST app will receive a pathway to join the program. And so that's what's so exciting. You'll fill out the FAST app, and basically no matter what, you will be able to take some courses to join the program and prove your performance in those courses will allow you to join the program. So here's a more detailed breakdown of that whole process. So the first step is to fill out the FAST app. Again, that's in the chat here. After you fill out the FAST app, we review what you've provided in the FAST app, and depending on what you've told us, you'll either be put into you'll either get access to MSIS degree courses or MSIS bridge courses. And so depending on your tech or skill level, If you don't have any tech experience, you'll most likely end up in the MSIS Bridge program, which is developed completely for people that don't have any tech experience. And so if you're coming in where you just barely know how to use a word processor, you'll be in the MSIS Bridge program, and that program will get you all the way up to speed to be able to join the degree program and then graduate and become a programmer and do whatever you need to with that degree. So you can really get into tech from basically not knowing much about tech. So you fill out the FAST app. If you don't have the typical tech experience, you'll join the MSIS Bridge program. And that's what Katie was saying. If you're in the Bridge program, you'll take the 2 bridge courses, and those are $2,000 a piece. So that's an additional $4,000 to that final degree cost. And so if you do the bridge program, that would be $28,000 total as opposed to $24,000 total. You'll take the 2 bridge courses, get a B or better in those courses, show us your transcript saying that you've got a bachelor's degree, and then you'll move into the degree program after you complete those 2 courses. If you fill out the FAST app and you have that standard tech experience, that tech background, you'll be in the MSIS degree performance-based pathway. And what you get access to there is you'll get access to a core course and 1 elective. On the next slide here, we go into exactly what those courses look like for this upcoming term. But in general, 1 core course and 1 elective. The degree courses do count towards your degree total for the degree. So by the time you complete the MSIS degree pathway, you'll have already completed 25% of the credits and 25% of the cost of the program. You'll have 6 more courses to take after that. Now, if you're in the Bridge program, those are supplemental, additional to the full degree program. So you'll still have the 8 degree courses to take after completing the Bridge program. That's why it's an additional $4,000 on top of the courses for the degree program. So fill out the FAST app. Within a couple hours, we review your app. You'll learn what pathway you're in, either degree or Bridge. And then you'll get the opportunity to enroll in your courses. At that time, you can choose to take 1 course or 2 courses. And after you've submitted and enrolled in those courses, you become a full Northeastern student. You'll get welcome emails from Northeastern. You'll have a student account, and that's where the bill for these courses will come. They'll come to your student account after you've enrolled in these courses. So you can take 1 or 2 courses, depending on what your schedule allows. Each course is 15 weeks. And so that's the standard semester. So we'll have a spring semester, a summer semester, and a fall semester. So yeah, you can either do the pathway within 15 weeks or 30 weeks. So that's your choice. And then the last part here on this slide is talking about if you're in the MSIS degree performance-based pathway where you're taking a core and an elective course, those courses, those credits earned count towards the degree total. So like I said, you'll take the two courses in the pathway, and then you'll have 6 remaining courses left to graduate after the pathway. If you're in the MSIS Bridge program, you'll take the 2 Bridge courses, and then you'll have 8 remaining courses for the degree to complete the degree. That was a lot. I'm going to just breathe for a second to see if there are people that have questions. Feel free to drop it into the Q&A. We can try to answer some of that as we're going on here. All right, we will move on. Thanks for the questions, everybody. So here are the pathway courses for the MSIS program here for spring. We did get a question in the chat. I think that's really good to point out. Thank you for providing that. So the question is, do you provide financial aid? And let's go back a slide. In the performance-based pathway, so when you fill out the FAST app and you get access to those 2 courses are available to set up as a payment plan. So that is a type of financial aid, but they're not eligible for the more standard and commonly known federal financial aid. But once you complete the pathway and you move into the full degree program, then the rest of your program is eligible for federal financial aid, just like you would expect. And so if you do the MSIS degree program or pathway, you'll have 6 remaining courses that will be eligible for federal financial aid. If you do the MSIS Bridge program, you'll have 8 remaining courses eligible for federal financial aid. So just to reiterate, pathway courses, they're eligible to set up a payment plan, but not the standard federal financial aid. Once you complete the two pathway courses, the rest of the program is eligible for the standard traditional financial aid. Great question. Thank you for asking that. So here's some information on what the exact courses are for the spring, because I'm sure some of you are thinking like, oh, the pathway sounds great. Like, what are the courses? Like, do I have the skills to do this? And so here are the courses that we're offering for this spring. So if you submit your FAFSA and enroll before December 15th, these are the courses that are available to you. So for the MSIS degree portion, the degree pathway, there's Info 5100, that's application engineering and development. There's Info 7245, that's agile software development. So the Info 5100 is the core class, and the Info 7245 is the elective for this term. If you look on the bottom of this slide, we do have course outlines available for folks to check out. I'm going to drop that in the chat as well, because I'm sure a lot of you are thinking, it's great to know what the name of these courses are, but I want to know details. And so instead of just putting up course outlines here on the screen, I'm going to share them in the chat here. So this link at the bottom will take you to a section of our website where you can look at the course outline for each of these programs. And they typically give you some information like course outcomes. They give you a breakdown of the individual modules within the course, and then description of the individual modules. So it is a more nuanced look at what the course is, so you can take a look to see if you have some of those skills, if you'll be successful, if it's what you're looking for. And then for the other part here, I see a typo on my end here. The bridge program used to be called RISE, and the slide that was not updated. So there's MSIS RISE, which is actually MSIS Bridge. The Bridge courses for spring 2024 are Info 5001, Application Modeling and Design, and Info 5002, Introduction to Python for Information Systems. And again, those course descriptions and course outlines are at the link that I provided in the chat and on this slide. So you can take a look more in depth about what those courses are to help prepare yourself, to get yourself excited for the courses. And then the next steps, I think I've said it a few times here, is submit your FAFSA. If you haven't yet, submit it. It's not a binding app. You can submit the app, find out what pathway you're a part of, and then you have the option to enroll whenever you feel like it's right for you. So you'd submit by December 15th. So that's 10 days from now. If you submit by December 15th, you'll be able to start in January. If you submit after December 15th, the FAFSA app will always be open. If you submit after that, you'll start during the summer term. So it'll be, I believe, a May start date if you submit after December 15th. But if you want to start for January, just submit and enroll by December 15th. If you have follow-up questions that come up after this session, feel free to reach out to us at onlinemsis@northeastern.edu. Somebody on this call will most likely respond to you and answer that question for you. And I see we've got some other questions coming in. Are there course outlines for other non-pathway courses also available? Lauren, I see you're typing. Would you like to announce that to the whole group?
Well, I was going to mention we're working on putting those on the website here soon. So that's what I was going to say. So we can drop the links to the websites, which actually I think you dropped in that already. So there'll be, how long do you think that will take, Tyler? A couple days?
Well, so we have the pathway courses already available on the website. I think what Jonathan's asking is about the courses that are not in the pathway, so the additional curriculum. And I
yes.
think
So we won't have those ready until we're moving closer to launching them. So like, for example, summer courses, we won't have those outlines available until probably April. So like, we're not hiding them necessarily. We just don't have them developed yet.
yeah, it's a good time to point out that the program is, the online modality of this program is brand new. We're launching this for January. And so some of the courses haven't been developed yet. And so once we know what the courses are, because it's based off the on-ground, the residential program and that curriculum, but we haven't actually, for some of the courses, we haven't developed the actual courses yet to live on the online modality. Great questions, everybody. Katie, Lauren, did I miss anything in my section here?
I don't think so. I do think, and I can talk about this, Katie, if you'd prefer, and I turn on my video here so it doesn't seem like I'm just a random head floating.
Welcome, Lauren.
Hi. So I know like there was a question about how these courses are conducted in terms of like if they're synchronous, asynchronous, things like that. So I do want to point out that these courses do not have any sessions associated with them in terms of like a lecture, for example. But we do offer live office hours and there are weekly assignment deadlines. So it's not like a course you have to show up for, 3 times a week for a lecture, but it is something that you need to be engaged with and moving through the assignments in a timely manner. So just kind of wanted to point out that just in case you're sitting there thinking, oh, I can take, I can hurry up and get a course done in 2 weeks, or I can stretch it out for a year. There are like actual 14-week chunks of courses that you'll need to complete that in with weekly deadlines associated.
Thanks, Lauren. Yeah, I think that's a good call out there. Any other questions from the group? We can open it up to just a general Q&A. If people have questions, we can answer them for the group or individually if there's something that anybody needs to be answered. I will just drop the. My guess is most of you found us through Coursera, and we do have a website or a web page on Northeastern, and there is an intro video from Cal on our page if you want to check that out too, to kind of get to know the academic director and how he views the program. So that could be helpful too for people checking it out. All right. Well, I think that's it. Appreciate everybody for attending, asking really great questions. If you haven't filled out the FAST app, please do so. Like I said, not a binding agreement. You can find out what pathway you're in, and then you have the option to enroll whenever it's right for you. Again, December 15th is the deadline to enroll to start in January. And so definitely encourage you to get that done by December 15th if you want to start right away. And again, just really excited to bring this program to you all. And if you have any questions, reach out to the email we provided here, online msis@northeastern.edu, or feel free to reach out to anybody that's on this call or anybody on Coursera that you've been in contact with. So thanks, everybody.